We've driven the 2019 Ford F-150 Raptor on the sands of the Utah desert and on the pothole-riddled roads of Metro Detroit in Michigan, which was probably a better off-road test. Today I'm inside the newest iteration of Ford's prized pickup to see if this truck is a bloated behemoth or a Baja Blast. Let's get right to what everyone loves to complain about ever since Ford redesigned the Raptor, the turbocharged V6. All y'all out there who are complaining about the exhaust note, you need to get over it. It has been years. Right now I'm driving at roughly 8,000 feet above sea level. And if I was in the Gen 1 Raptor with the naturally aspirated V8 that made 411 horsepower at sea level, I would be making roughly 100 less right now. Because of the twin turbo in this generation, that loss is severely mitigated. This particular V6, the same 3.5 liter twin turbo as before, makes 450 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque. Some people like to gripe about the transmission, but I think that the 10-speed hardly ever makes itself noticeable, which is what I like out of my automatic transmissions. While I've done my fair share of off-roading in the wide-open desert in one of these, this is actually my first time that I get to drive it around town. And I have to say, this Raptor is massive. It is as wide as the cartoonishly humongous Hummer H1. Trying to park it in tight spaces is a complete no-go. In fact, part of me wishes I never got the chance to drive the Ranger Raptor last year. This F-150 version feels bulky and uncoordinated, far too large for the off-roading that many of us would like to do with it. It is February, so while the roads have been plowed, there is still plenty of snow to be found. And while they're not snow tires, these KO2s, which are some of my favorite tires out there, perform wonderfully in the Colorado snow. When things get a bit wet is where the issues arise, so keep that in mind if you drive in an area with a lot of rainfall. Luckily, out here in the desert, I haven't had any issues. From the outside, the Raptor looks like an absolute unit. The massive Ford badge on the grille is eclipsed only by the huge decals on the side. If someone takes one glance at this truck, they know you're driving a Ford Raptor. Even inside, the badging is everywhere, from the seats to the steering wheel. If it was me, I would lose the decals altogether for a cleaner, more mature appearance. But I have a feeling that nothing about this truck is appealing to the more mature side of any of us. The bed is Ford's smallest on a full-size pickup. Only 5.5 feet long for both the Super Cab and the Super Crew. But no one's buying a Raptor because they have to haul a bunch of stuff. How would you keep anything in there while you're doing all those sweet Baja jumps? Inside the Raptor, there is easily enough space for a family of 5 with a dog to go on a road trip. The rear seats, which are usually the worst place to be in a pickup truck, offer a ton of legroom, are heated, and have access to 2 USB ports and an AC power outlet. Up front, these Recaro seats are new for the refresh. Often I find Recaros to be constricting and not that comfortable, and I'm not a big guy. But with these massive Recaros, I find that they only add to how comfortable this truck is. Overall, the interior is a nice place to be, but in the future, Ford could take some design lessons from Ram, who in my opinion have the best truck interiors in the industry. Speaking of what is new for the 2019 refresh, Ford has worked with Fox once again, this time outfitting the Raptor with electronically controlled shocks, which can adjust in real time in order to take advantage of the 13 inches of travel up front and 13.9 inches of travel in the rear. Also new for 2019 is trail control, which can also be found on the 2019 Ford Ranger. A starting price tag of $52,855 doesn't look so bad when you consider all you get with the Raptor. But after a quick search on Autoblog's car buying page, the cheapest 2019 model I was able to find within 100 miles of my home came in at $66,094. This particular truck has a sticker of $74,430, including destination. Sure, it's cliche to say that the Raptor is my favorite F-150 out there, but it's true. What's weird is that for the first time, the F-150 Raptor isn't my favorite Raptor out there. And with the hope of a Raptor Bronco somewhere far out on the horizon, that's just something I'm gonna have to get used to.